Alrighty, so we have our good old data download, at least on the global side now. So basically, we're just now awaiting for this LR to arrive over on Dokkan. So I will ask you this very important question. Should you summon? Are you going to summon? That's my prerogative right here. So let's go ahead and bring you guys my thoughts and opinions on whether you guys should summon for this character. And I'm just going to be straight with you. The answer is no. I don't believe you guys should summon for this character. I feel like that he is going to be a massive help for the Corroded Body and Mind team. However, this only works if you did pull for this Super Baby 1/Super Baby 2 character. I will say here, like, maybe you guys can be able to use this character and be able to show the love for Corroded Body and Mind as much as other people do have it. But you gotta keep in mind that this character in particular will only be helping out that team. So that's my thought and opinion right there. In addition to that, there's also the normal 3-point system that I like to do. So let's go ahead and interact with that. And let's start with the character as a whole, right? This character is delegated to just dodging, right? He has his intro animation. You do need to have another Corroded Body and Mind category ally attacking on this on the team upon the character's entry. So you will either run him with Super Baby 1, or you will run him outside of that, maybe on the physical Rose Goku Black's team. You can run him there and then run the free-to-play characters that we're going to acquire, and maybe LR Majin Vegeta Super ECA, you can be able to use that there as well. There are various options, right? And I would not say like building the team for this guy would be a bad idea, but you would have to think about like what will be the deciding factor. Like, is this going to be a team that I'm going to be using? Is this an interesting like setup? Do I have Super Baby 1? Yes, I do, but summoning for this character might help me on that team, maybe not, who knows, right? People, if you don't have this character, I would say skip. It's a complete skip. However, you did, you can toss in the free tickets. I mean, I would say that for everybody, right? Do the free tickets, do the free summons. It's going to help you on the long run, because free summons are free, right? You don't waste a dime. But yeah, let's look at the kit, of course. Corroded Body and Mind or Joint Forces, 3 key to 100% to stats. For 3 turns, for 1 turn, they get 10% chance to dodge. And then for 3 turns, they get also an additional 10% chance to dodge. So this character already has 20% chance to dodge with his intro. Then with his basic effects here, 250% attack and defense, 3 key. And then he also has a high chance of dodging. High chance is also 50%, which is something that Dokkan needs to start adding, or Dokkan Info needs to start adding. So 10, 20, and then 50, that's 70% chance to dodge for at least 1 turn, right? Then when there's another Corroded Body and Mind category ally attacking the same turn, we're getting an additional 20% chance to dodge and 3 key. So these guys are not seemingly going to be struggling for key, but they're going to get an additional 20% chance to dodge, which gives them already the 70 plus the 90% chance to dodge. That's on their first turn, right? 90% chance to dodge. Then before attacking, they get an additional 10% chance to dodge. That again is 100% chance to dodge right there. That's only for 1 turn. If we do take the 1 turn dodge ability, then this character will have a 90% chance to dodge. We take away the 3 turns one, he will basically have 70% chance to dodge, right? So 50 plus 20 plus 10. So if you put him on slot 1, just hope to God that he dodges, right? He will have 80% chance to dodge before attacking, and then after evading an attack, he's able to toss out an additional super attack, which of course greatly raises his attack and defense for 3 turns on the 12 key, and then on the 18 key, he's greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns. So very solid there. For every attack evaded, he gets 1 key up to key plus 5, 30% attack up to 150, and then defense plus 50% up to 250%. Pretty solid there. You do need to do 5 dodges with the character in order for him to have that, and it's gonna be easy if you do have all the targeted attacks to you on like slot 1, because sometimes it does happen. Then we're launching the 18, attacking with 18 or more key. We're launching an additional that has a 70% chance to become a super. So you're possibly going to be able to toss out at least 3 supers without dupes. That's not bad. When attacking with 24 key, we're getting an additional attack plus 100%, so that's an extra little buff there, so they're going to do some pretty decent damage. And then corroded body and mind category allies are getting 20% defense support. It's very important to just try to get 24 key as much as possible, just to help out the rest of the team, since this corroded body and mind, it's not looking the greatest until we get the new buffs, right? Super Baby 1, if you did pull this character, and of course you're gonna have all of these guys, you might have only one other spot to fill, and Rose could possibly do that. I don't know how well this guy, actually let's go back, just keep the category in. I don't know how well Rose links with this Super Baby 1, but maybe there's some links here and there. Maybe Fierce Battle will help. Those for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses. There are some links here and there, and of course Rose, being the defensive juggernaut that he can be that extra slot that you would like to fill in. So, but yeah, kit wise, of course, if you take him into a fight that don't allow you to dodge, what are you doing? Like, you're setting the character up for failure. So that's the only reason that this character has, right? His existence is surrounded by dodges. So if you do not dodge with this character, you're gonna be in a big pickle, right? He's able to provide support, at least on his, like, when attacking with 24 key, right? And of course he does have an active skill where he is guaranteed dodging for 1 turn. He gets attack plus 30%, he gets the extra key, which is going to be helpful, of course. He just needs the dodge, and then he's able to acquire the active skill. So overall pretty decent. He might get a point just because of that. It's very unique, of course, a character like this, Goten and Gohan possessed. We haven't had this character in so long. We only had the free-to-play versions, but we haven't had a pair like this as a summonable unit, so pretty nice. I guess I will give them the point, just of the character's uniqueness there. The kit-wise, I would say, like, do not bring them onto a non-dodge, like, dodge-canceling event. Do not bring them there, because, of course, that's their purpose, to dodge. And you're going to be removing that from their end if you do not get them to dodge, right? So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, of course, is that some of these free-to-play characters that we're going to be getting are going to help out these possessed characters, right? Those characters that have possessed in their names. So these free-to-play units are going to be very helpful to farm up, because basically you can construct a team. If you did pull Super Baby 1, you can pull these guys for the free tickets, hopefully. You have already these 2 characters that you can line up. And then these free-to-play characters are runnable. They're good. And they can link up pretty well with this new LR. And you can add that extra slot, either Rose or Majin Vegeta Super ECA, things like that. The thing of it is, like, this team is starting to get some sort of skeleton or some sort of structure right now. It's not as horrible as we would like, but you know, they would have been better if they might have gotten, like, maybe damage reduction every single time they dodge, or they would have gotten some extra guard chance, maybe. I don't know. I feel like if they had guard or damage reduction, they would have been a bit better, but they're just going to be dodging or dying, right? Of course, if you didn't summon for Super Baby 1, I feel like that character's not going to be helpful for you. So I would say just skip. It's easy to just do that, right? So other than that, you can possibly get him in the future, and if you were able to pull this character, you can still use him as a leader, and then use the Super Baby 1/Super Baby 2, fulfill the team with, like, the free-to-play characters. Janemba is still pretty decent. Some of these other corroded body and mind characters, like these Rose clones, are still very good. You're gonna be fine, I feel, if you did summon for him. Then the second point that I want to bring in is the banner, right? We haven't had a banner for the like a legendary summon coin banner since, was it PyCon? No, I'm thinking way back. Since TN, I feel. go back to TN's banner real quick. I'm just checking in. Nope. Nope. Was TN? Yeah, TN had to be the last one. So with TN's banner, we're gonna look at how things are gonna look for the banner itself. So we could have a side banner character placed in the slot here. I don't know who could they add here, but let's say they're gonna add LR, Gohan, and Goten. We're gonna have a couple of side banner characters, perhaps. We are going to have a couple of LRs included in here, like the LR Super 17, who was foretold already that he was gonna be on the upcoming banner. So Super 17 is gonna be here. Maybe Super Baby 2 might be added in here, the LR Super Baby 2. I don't know how would they want to go about that, being pretty old. However, since we're going to be getting this guy's Super ECA, the Majin Vegeta, I could see him being featured on the banner. And then some other side banner characters, right? Something that you might not want to summon on, right? So we got at least 10 feature units on this banner. And this is, of course, a banner that is the same way that Super Baby 1's banner had. You do the 2 multis, and then after you do the 3rd one, you get the guaranteed featured. And it's a chance. You can either pull the new LR or something. I don't know. I don't know how deep you will want to go, especially with a banner looking somewhat like this, right? You will have the new Gohan and Goten, a couple of side banner characters sprinkle in, maybe the global Dokkan campaign side banner characters like Pan and what was the other banner unit? Champa, maybe? Pan and Champa sprinkle in here. Then you'll have Super 17, Majin Vegeta, and then some other side banner characters that could help Super Baby 1 or the Corroded Body and Mind team. Who knows, right? You could have that little bit of an issue. And I just straight up with you, this is a skip. I would just say that the banner's going to look horrible. So that's another reason why you should skip. The kit of these guys are interesting, but I would not say summon. That's my prerogative. And then, of course, we go into our final point here. Actually, I will let's go to the 3rd point, then I will add another point into the system, right? It's a little mini system that I have. The 3rd point is, how will this character help the team? And is it going to help you, right? If this is your favorite team, then it'll help them greatly, right? Because if you did get Super Baby 1, you have him, he's ready to go. And then once you pull Super Saiyan Gohan Possessed and Goten Possessed and have these free-to-play characters, you already have a team set up. Maybe you did pull this guy, I don't know. It will help them tremendously. You'll have the team ready to go. You will have tons of fun with the Corroded Body and Mind team. You do have to keep in mind that if it's going to help you, then go for it, man. If you have Super Baby 1 and you're just waiting for this Gohan and Goten to come out, you're gonna be like, yes, I cannot wait for them to release. This is good, so I can be able to summon for them and do the things that I need to do with this character. Good. But if this is not a character that's gonna help you out in the long run, then I would suggest, like, it's not worthwhile summoning, right? I feel like it's easily the best skip that you can do. Again, it's a filler banner, and I don't feel like it'll help you out as much as you would think. But that's where my other point will come in, right? The other point that I'm thinking is, what's next for Dokkan? What's the future of Dokkan? What's coming next? So what I'm thinking is that at the end of October, we're going to get a Dokkan Fest. And then in the middle of November, we're going to get an LR. And then possibly a nice little celebration for Thanksgiving at the end of November. And then we're getting something nice for December at the beginning of the month. And then we're getting at the end of December, we'll see something interesting. Who knows? But once we get to that end of December and we start on January, at the middle of January, most likely, we will get the countdown for the 11th year anniversary. So you have about from now all the way till January to save stones. To think, oh, well, I'm just going to start saving stones for the anniversary. seeing as how I know how this year is going to roll out, and this is going to be the future for Dokkan and the sync, and this is how the calendar year is going to go, then I don't need to summon for this character. I can just wait until I get to the anniversary and just summon there, because my stones are going to be better invested on the anniversary than on this banner for this character that I'm expecting 85% of you do not need, right? So that's the thought process. That's my little 4-point system. Is the character good enough for you to like say, yes, he's going to contend with the meta nowadays, it'll be interesting to see him, and I would like to show, like, I would like to run him, right? Or I don't want to run him because his kit sucks, right? Will it help the team that you have? Or like, will it help the team, right? Will it help Corroded Body and Mind in any way, right? Will it help you? Did you pull for this character? Did you get this character? And if you do, will that determine of your decision of pulling this character and helping you out for events that can be substantially meta breaking, or these guys can be helpful with that? Who knows? You will have to summon for that if you are truly interested in that, if it does help you. And then of course the future of Dokkan over the course of the next few months, right? That should be the determining factor, or like the type of questions that you should ask yourself whether you should summon or not. All right. I mentioned it straight up at the beginning of the video. Do not summon. I don't feel like it's worth it. But if you do decide to summon, again, I wish you the best of luck. We will be, of course, doing our summons in the morning time, at least 3 or 4 hours after the banner comes out. I will do my summons there and hope for the best. So appreciate you guys stopping by watching this. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you guys going to summon for the LR Gohan and Goten Possess card? Hopefully not. Again, this should be like a pretty easy skip, but you guys let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Again, make sure you guys use the free Dokkan Day tickets. That's much better than just summoning on the banner with your normal stones. But if you really like this character, then by all means, wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one.